Okay, now we're going live. Before I got one button. I didn't hit one button there. And then we got to get this going live.
Will not let the voters decide in a November referendum on a proposal that would divide the state into three parts.
The state justices have ordered the Secretary of State not to put the initiative before voters, saying significant questions.
Live. There we go. Now we're live all over there.
Will not consider the merits of the challenge brought by the Planning and Conservation League. The environmental group argues that dividing the nation's most populous state in three would drastically change California's government structure beyond what can be accomplished through a ballot initiative.
Correspondent Dennis Crowley. 5 local government councils going to court to stop the expansion of London's Heathrow Airport. London Mayor Sadiq Khan has joined the action. Parliament last month approved plans for a third runway at Heathrow, but opponents are concerned about noise and pollution. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Do y'all need sausage biscuit this morning?
Do I need sausage biscuit? Why would I refuse it? Let me tell you something quick over here. We're live in there today.
The transaction follows Leonard's request to be traded following a difficult season in which he played just 9 games due to a leg injury. The deal was met with frustration by DeRozan, who wrote on Instagram, "There ain't no loyalty in this game." The second half of the Major League Baseball season gets underway with a single game tonight as St. Louis plays at Chicago. Cubs pitcher John Lester says he's liked the makeup of his team since he's been in Chicago.
The last 3.5, 4 years have been good, and I've had a lot of fun in Chicago. Obviously, winning helps that, and it's been a good group of guys to play for and play with.
The Cubs have the best record in the National League at 55-38. This is SRN Sports. Veteran running back Shane Vereen has agreed to join the New Orleans Saints in a move that could help the club respond to Mark Ingram's early season suspension. Ingram has been suspended 4 games for use of a banned substance. The Dallas Cowboys are once again named the most valuable team in the world by Forbes magazine. The list published Wednesday put the Cowboys at $4.8 billion, rounding out the top 5 for 3 soccer teams: Manchester United, Real Madrid, and FC Barcelona, and the New York Yankees. The International Olympic Committee has added 7 events to the 2022 Beijing Winter Games, creating a program with 109 medals. IOC says its executive board approved the women's monobob, big air freestyle skiing for men and women, plus mixed team events in short track speed skating, ski jumping, ski aerials, and snowboard cross. Sports losing athletes from their Olympic quota include 41 in skiing disciplines, 26 from skating, and 20 fewer in biathlon. With SRN Sports, I'm Patrick Foss.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm done.
And if you can't make it to the ribbon cutting, we're going to have it on Facebook Live and also here on WOPP. Let's see. Won't you make it though? Harper Appliances. If you want it fixed, you call the Fix It Man, Mr. Harper. Yeah, Mr. Chris. And that's from air conditioned heat pumps to walk-in coolers and freezers, even the hot bars. And of course, he's in the ice machine business. I'm talking about rent or sell. Give Chris a call. 334-504-1106. Harper Appliances. 504-1106. Percy Sledge. We go. All right, we got 2 minutes, and I can't go straight to there, so we got to do a little trickery here. We put 2,300 there. Put Piggly Wiggly's Bob, Piggly Wiggly 1110. Move it up. Bingo. That way it'll give me time to get the views in, and then here I'll give 38. This piece. All right, we are now ready. Put another minute in. Low battery. I don't get that. Plug me. I don't get that. That's what bugging me now. How can it get low if you got it plugged in?
I don't know.
I wish there's something I could buy and hook in and never mess with. That aggravates me.
The other one was doing it yesterday. They take turns, I think.
The probably switched. It was down to 2%. I charged it. I got it charging before I left last night. It was 100% when I got hit here this morning. I don't know what went on there. I'm sure Facebook's going to block that in Europe. He's big in Europe.
Oh, really?
Which is fine. Still big. He's a car too, boy. He drank beer, but boy, I don't even get enough whiskey. When we book him, we send somebody to stay with him 2 days ahead of our booking day.
Wow.
Keep him straight. And of course, every you send, you got to pay his expenses. And you give him $100 a day, so you have $500 and somebody watching you.
USDA rough roast $2.49 a pound. 12-piece chicken combo,
But it pays off.
express and pies, $1.29 a pound. 8-pound bag russet potatoes, $2.77. Fresh bananas, 45 cents a pound. Fresh cucumbers, 49 cents a pound.
He will fill it
3-pound
up,
bag,
bro.
yellow onions,
Redneck
$1.39. And for your pets, we're your Nutrina feed store at the Piggly Wiggly in Andalusia, next door to the Dollar Tree.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington.
Well, hi, Rich.
President Trump is again denouncing what he calls the fake news. On Twitter this morning, Mr. Trump says he's recognized Russian election meddling many times, but he writes the fake news.
Can't read those in blue. I don't know who they are.
The White House says
Can't
the
read 'em.
president still considers Russia a
But anyway.
threat to the U.S. electoral process. Russian President Vladimir Putin, in his first public comments on the Helsinki summit, calls the meeting with Mr. Trump a success. Alleged Russian spy Maria Butina has been already held pending her trial. The judge declaring the 29-year-old a flight risk, given her reputed ties to Russian intelligence. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures are in the red. Dow futures down about 105 points. NASDAQ futures off 30. S&P futures down 9.5 points. More details at srnnews.com.
CCB time is 8:32. Time for you to drop by CCB here and not meet our local staff, talk over our local community activities, talk over your banking needs. Member FDIC. Good morning. I'm Robert Booth.
And I'm Brittany.
For Dateline Action News, brought to you by Harper Appliances, J.M. Jackson, the Farmers IGA, Power South, CCB Community Bank, by Zal Memorial Hospital, Hardee's, and the Woodmore.
The Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, Marine Resources Division, has announced the closure of Alabama state waters to harvest of red snapper by private anglers and state licensed commercial party boats at 11:59 p.m. Sunday, July 22nd, 2018. The quota of 984,291 pounds issued under NOAA's Fishery Alabama Recreational Red Snapper EFP is expected to be met by the closure date. Alabama anglers fished extremely hard on the good weather days during the season, said Marine Resources Director Scott Bannon. That level of effort, coupled with larger average size fish harvested this year as compared to last year, resulted in a daily harvest rate 2 times higher than 2017, which prompted an earlier than anticipated closure. MRD staff will review the complete 2018 season effort and landings data to develop a plan for the 2019 season. More on the story at alabama.com.
State Representative Alvin Holmes, the longest serving member of the Alabama House of Representatives and one of Alabama's best known black leaders, lost his bid for re-election in Tuesday's runoff election. Holmes defeated the House District 78 Democrat primary, was one of the 3 suffered by prominent and veteran black Alabama leaders. Johnny Ford, a former mayor of Tuskegee and a member of the legislature, lost a Democratic runoff for House District 82, and John Knight, 26-year veteran of the Alabama House, lost his Democrat primary bid for a Senate seat in District 26.
Alabama authorities say a woman who had been arguing with her husband in the street broke into a neighbor's vehicle, stole a handgun, and fatally shot the man. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office said in a news release Tuesday that 33-year-old Amanda Lee Hillier shot 41-year-old Keith Hillier on Saturday in Sylvan Springs, about 30 miles west of Birmingham. Authorities tell news outlets deputies arrived Saturday to find Keith Hillier dead at the end of the street. The Sheriff's Office says the gun used in the shooting was recovered and that Amanda Hillier remained at the scene. Authorities say the woman was jailed Monday on murder and other charges. It's unclear if she has a lawyer.
Well, need one. It's what everyone's been waiting for, the finals of the Bama Best Fried Chicken. It's Red's Little Schoolhouse in Grady versus the Chicken Shack in Luverne. Best of luck to both restaurants. The poll will be up until midnight tonight. And of course, you can go, we have the story posted on our Facebook, or you can go to Simply Southern TV and also vote there. It's a little app that you click on, and I think it's connected, well, I know it is, National Poultry and Egg Association, and you will vote there. And hey, somebody's going to win, and we want it to be our local one, don't we?
1106 for Harper Appliances for warranty work and most commercial appliances and ice machines. For home or commercial electrical repair or installation, both Harper Appliances, 504-1106. Air conditioning and heat pump repair. At Harper Appliances, we don't just repair, we fix it the right way. Harper Appliances, phone 504-1106.
Police say a man has been arrested in connection to a triple murder in Guntersville. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP. Police say 52-year-old Jimmy Spencer was arrested on 4 counts of capital murder. The bodies of 74-year-old Marie Martin and her 7-year-old great-grandson Colton Lee were found Friday, and a neighbor, 65-year-old Martha Relaford, was found dead in her home. Auburn City School Board President Tracy West has won the GOP nomination in the only runoff for position on the Alabama State Board of Election. West defeated Dothan School Board member Melanie Hill for the District 2 position, which represents southeastern Alabama on the policymaking board. The winner will face Democrat Adam Jortner in November. State Representative Alvin Holmes, the longest-serving member of the Alabama House of Representatives, has lost his bid for another term. Political newcomer Kirk Hatcher defeated Holmes on Tuesday night in the Democratic primary runoff for House District 78 in Montgomery. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP.
This is Jay Jackson, J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick, inviting you to search our new and used inventory online at jmjackson.com. See current offers, pre-qualify, find out how much your payments will be, chat with a representative, schedule a test drive or service appointment, get coupons and more. It's easy. All you have to remember is jmjackson.com. J.M. Jackson, we've been around for over 67 years and 4 generations. See who we are, what we have to offer, everything you want to know and more at jmjackson.com. And when you buy it the right way, the J.M. Jackson way.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on your hometown station 1290.
You have 20 new notifications on Facebook.
Today on the final day of SEC Media.
That's what I need.
Head coach Gus Malzahn will be joined by quarterback Jared Stidham, linebacker Deshaun Davis, and defensive lineman Dontavius Russell. The Tigers are coming off an SEC West title last season, losing in the SEC Championship to Georgia. Alabama head coach Nick Saban took the podium on Wednesday. He did not give any indication as to who his starting quarterback will be for the opener against Louisville. However, he does expect Jalen Hurts to be on the roster, despite reports contrary that he would transfer. He did say he is pleased with the transition of the coaching staff.
Hurts is going to be your starter.
Assistant coaches, and heading into the season with a new offensive and defensive coordinator.
He's won 20-something games. You don't put him on the bench because they had one bad game, even though it was national
championship. 6 months of Apple Music free with the official vehicles of summer from Jeep. I'm Tony Desiri on your hometown station 1290 WOPP.
This week's specials at the Farmers IGA. Fresh lean ground beef, $1.77 a pound. USDA boneless top sirloin steaks, $3.99 a pound. Fresh pork spare ribs, $1.77 a pound. IGA corn, green beans, and peas, 15-ounce cans, 2 for $1. Shoppers Value bleach, 1 gallon, 99 cents. Brawny paper towels, 6 big rolls, $5.99. Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and Dr. Pepper 12-pack cans, 3 for $10. California iceberg lettuce, 99 cents a head.
Shop your hometown proud Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza. Savings plus service equals IGA.
Mahindra presents the Race Flash. Powered by SB Nation Radio.
Wednesday night, the Camping World Truck Series racing at Eldora Speedway in Ohio. It was Chase Briscoe getting the checkered flag in a side-by-side battle with Grant Enfinger. Stuart Friesen coming in third. The NASCAR Monster Energy Series will be racing at New Hampshire on Sunday. Running the Foxwoods 301, Denny Hamlin, the defending champion. In fact, Joe Gibbs Racing has won the last 3 summer races at Loudon. The Xfinity Series will race Saturday, running the Lakes Region 200. Martin Truex Jr. and his furniture racing team will be looking for a new sponsorship for the number 78 next season. Getting the word that 5 Hour Energy will be ending their involvement in the sport after the current season. They joined the racing team in 2017. Furniture Row and Truex have 4 wins on the season. The IndyCar Series has the weekend off. They return to action July 29th at Mid-Ohio. Scott Dixon, the points leader.
That's your Mahindra Race Flash. Powered by SB Nation Radio.
Jacqueline Haley Henderson, age 25, of Andalusia, passed away Sunday from injuries sustained in an automobile accident. Survived by her daughter, Madeline Stoudemire, her father, Ryan and Wendy Henderson, her mother, Jennifer and Roddy McDuffie, her brother, Johnny Henderson, sister, Emily Henderson, maternal grandparents, Gayford and Bertha Henderson, Paul and Deborah Henderson, maternal grandfather, Johnny McDuffie. Funeral services for Jacqueline Haley Henderson will be held 11 a.m. at the Zion Hill Baptist Church. Burial will be at the Zion Hill Baptist Church Cemetery. Eula Mae Walden Davis, age 77, of Florella, passed away Monday at the Mizell Memorial Hospital. Survived by husband James T. Davis, sons and daughters-in-law, Shane Davis and Mary Beth, and Dana Davis and Tiffany, brothers Joe, Vallis, and Sandra, William Ray Walden, 4 grandchildren. Funeral services for Eula Mae Walden Davis will be held 11 a.m. at White Funeral Home and Chapel. Burial will be at the Amara Cemetery in Laurel Hill, Florida. Visitation will be held at the funeral home 1 hour prior to services. Memorials can be made to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Christine M. Wilson, age 79, passed away Wednesday at the Op Hospital.
Funeral services for Christine Wilson will be held 11:30 at the Macedonian Baptist Church in Lockhart. Visitation will be 1 hour prior to services at the church. Burial will be at the Greenwood Cemetery of Florello. Gladys May Dunn, age 83 of Ott, passed away Tuesday at the local nursing facility. Gladys May Dunn, survived by son and daughter-in-law, Ronnie and Belinda Dunn.
You know, there's 6 pictures there, and these four, these four right here in a row, I know quite well.
Funeral services
Lee, my neighbor, John Dot Gibson, across, he's actually across the creek neighbor. Joy Williams raised together, and then
will be at the
I'm carried on all kinds of hell with her at Howard.
Memorials can be made at the Westview Baptist Church. Ricky Snow,
I know of that family, the Dunn family she's from, but I don't know her.
Survived by wife Lindsay North Snow,
Davis
son Landon Snow, Kendall and Benjamin Snow,
that's what it's free.
Daughters Cale Jewel Snow, Pippin Camilla Snow, Father Larry Snow,
All right.
Mother Michelle Joplin, and husband
I don't
Bruce,
think I got a guess there.
sister
You would,
Nikki Snow, brother
the Dunn
Scott Snow,
SRN news
grandmother Carol Portman,
and the weather.
grandfather Ronnie Cool and wife Sylvia,
Now, does
mother
something
and
now?
father-in-law,
Huh?
I
Diane
thought,
and
which one
Russell
you gotta wait till
Norris.
9 o'clock?
Funeral services for
Well,
Ricky
you
Snow
play
will
at
be
9 o'clock.
Friday at 2 p.m.
Okay.
from the
Doesn't
River
matter,
Baptist
play
Church.
it.
I just knew you said something
Visitation will
about.
be
Yeah,
1
don't do
hour
it
prior
before.
to services.
I mean, do it before.
Burial will be at the
Okay.
Red Oak Baptist Church Cemetery.
Funerals are added to our local news as soon as possible after receiving them from the funeral home. Funerals are also posted daily on the WOPP Facebook page.
Over the years, technology has changed many times. It's better, it's more efficient, and your Touchtone Energy partner has stayed on top of the changes to serve you better. But one thing we haven't changed is our commitment to customer service. Today's technology is bigger and better than ever before, and our promise of reliable electric service remains strong. Technology has changed, but our commitment to customer service hasn't.
Covington Electric Co-op, your local Touchtone Energy cooperative.
CCB's mobile services are really growing. Simply log in with your fingerprint, easily manage your debit cards, make a quick deposit with your smartphone, or capture and pay bills with the click of the camera, and so much more. Accessing your finances has never been faster or easier. Look us up on Instagram or Facebook to see what's new. Just one more way CCB makes your life easy. So come grow with us. CCB Community Bank, serving our community since 1947. Member FDIC.
The third weekend in July, this weekend, brings Alabama's 13th annual back-to-school sales tax holiday to shoppers across the state, and with it, potential huge savings. From Friday to Sunday, shoppers can enjoy a break from the 4% state sales tax. Many cities and counties follow suit, waiving their local sales tax. Here in Covenant County, Ott, Andalusia, and Florello, that adds up to 10%. The Alabama Department of Revenue provides a list of counties and cities waiving the sales tax. Not only are there savings on the usual back-to-school items like computers and pencils, papers, notebooks, glue sticks, but even diapers are on that list this year. So be sure to check the list before you go shopping. Tuesday night, approximately 9:45 p.m., Andalusia police officers responded to West Watson Street for a reported assault. Upon arrival, officers found a white male who had been assaulted. The man, whose name is being withheld at this time, was seriously injured and was flown to a critical care facility. His condition is listed as serious but stable at this time. Investigators say this appears to be an isolated incident between the victim and his assailants, not a random act. The incident's under investigation. If you have any information concerning this incident, please contact investigator Cody Warren at the Andalusia Police Department, 222-1155. On Tuesday at 12:55 p.m., the Ott Police Department officers arrested a 30-year-old female resident of Florello on North Main Street on an alias warrant. The Ott Police Department reporting 3 in their jail, Andalusia Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Covenant County Sheriff Department made 6 arrests. 1 for cruelty to animals, 2 for possession of controlled substance drug paraphernalia, 2 failure to appear, 1 violation of probation, 2 counts. 12 released, 208 in the Covenant County Jail. The Andalusia Ballet will have a family and friends performance of Peter and the Wolf today to conclude a 2-week dance workshop. There will be 3 performances, 9:30 this morning, 10:30, and 11:30 this morning. Ballet instructor Andy Gant said they are excited to perform and will be bringing Peter and the Wolf back to the schools this fall. The regular scheduled Andalusia City Council meeting will be moved to tonight at City Hall. It'll be held at the usual time of 6 p.m. The Opp City Board of Education will be holding a call board meeting at noon at the superintendent's office. The Opp City Board of Education will also hold a regularly scheduled meeting on Tuesday, July the 24th at 4:30 p.m. at the superintendent's office. The public's invited to attend both meetings.
The Old School Men's Meeting, hosted by Ironworks, Iron Sharpens Iron, will be at 7 p.m. It may be too hot to fish, but it's not too hot to talk about fishing. Join us this month at the Old School and let's welcome Chris Wells. Chris will be talking bass fishing. So grab your son, grab your friend, or grab your friend's son and join us at the Old School. As always, the steaks will be hot and free. See you there.
Andalusia's Jermel Curry is ready to sing some gospel music and show there is talent in his hometown this week at July Jams. Curry is opening for the Sanford Barnes and Soulful Saints. Curry says he's excited about singing to the people of our community. Curry will be singing mostly gospel music with a mixture of some originals he has written as well as some covers. Curry will perform at 6 p.m. Cool off from the sweating heat of the southern summer Saturday morning with a refreshing cup of ice cream from the Enterprise Farmers Market Saturday morning. On Saturday, Ice Cream Day at the Farmers Market will be celebrated in tribute to National Ice Cream Day, which was Sunday, July the 15th. Now, the National Ice Cream Month is celebrated all month long. The market opens at 7 a.m. Saturday morning with the fresh produce and arts and crafts items. The ice cream serving begins at 9 a.m. and will continue throughout the morning until the ice cream is gone. Opp High School 9th grade orientation scheduled for Tuesday, July the 24th, 5 o'clock until 5:50. Students will pick up schedules and lockers in the auditorium. The student schedule will have a locker number printed on them. After the student receives their schedule, he or she will report to the table to purchase their locker. There'll be 3 tables with 3 people at each one handing out schedules by last name and 3 people selling lockers at individual tables by last name. This will speed up the process. Students and parents may practice on their lockers or visit the club tables if time allows. Club tables will be located in the lunchroom. 5:50 to 6 o'clock, everyone will report to the auditorium. 6 to 6:05, welcome by SGA President Matty Wismer. 6:05 to 6:10, online purchases, medical reminders, etc. from Principal Hightower. 6:10 to 6:20, student handbook with Assistant Principal Everson. 6:20 to 6:30, the student schedules with Counselor Mills. From the Opp Middle School, schedules and lockers will be distributed on the following dates. Wednesday, July the 25th, 6th grade, 9 o'clock until 11. 8th grade and football players, 11 o'clock until 1. 7th grade, 1 o'clock until 3. Thursday, July the 25th, 5th grade orientation will be held in the multi-purpose room, 6 o'clock to 7 p.m. Schedules and lockers will be given out during the orientation. Lockers are pre-assigned and cost will be $5. There will be an instrumental rental event for upcoming Opp Middle School 5th grade interested in joining the band on Thursday, July the 26th, in the Opp Middle School band room. This will be in conjunction with the orientation at the Opp Middle School. Playground music and Mr. Worley will be available until 8:30 p.m. for students to sign up for band and secure their instrument for the upcoming school year.
At Mizell Memorial Hospital, our mission is to provide the highest quality health care in a Christian manner with hometown compassion to the communities we serve. We have knowledgeable physicians and exceptional staff who work hard every day to address the needs of our patients. We provide a range of services like our Senior Behavioral Care Unit, Sleep Center, Emergency Department, or Wellness Center. Mizell Memorial Hospital has been a part of the community for over 60 years and is committed to quality and compassion. We are proud to be your community hospital. Mizell Memorial Hospital, every day making a difference.
Introducing Hardee's $5 All-Star Meals, loaded with satisfying classics. For just $5, you get a charbroiled double cheeseburger hot dog and, oh yeah, fries, drink, and a fresh baked cookie. Or a double cheeseburger, a spicy chicken sandwich, and what? The fries, drink, cookie thing again? Or hand-breaded tenders and, spoiler alert, fries, drinks, and cookies for days, y'all. All for just $5. The $5 All-Star Meals. Stop by Hardee's and get yourself one today. Price of participation may vary. Prices higher in the last 1. That's not included.
Opp Parks and Recreation is having youth soccer registration Monday, August 6th through Friday, August 17th. This will be Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 12 and 1 to 4 in the afternoon at the Parks and Recreational Office. Boys and girls ages 4 to 12, they must turn 4 before July 31st of this year, and they cannot turn 13 before July 31st of this year. There'll be a $35 registration fee, and if you have any questions, contact Willie Edwards or Heather Hagan at 493-7970.
Southern Raceway is set to host Cancer Awareness Night this Saturday. You're invited to come out and express your support for the fight against cancer. Along with a racing of 6 division, the event will raise funds for Bobby Jean Joyner of Milton and Travis Stelvers of Allentown. Southern Raceway will donate the proceeds from all the drivers' entry fees, as well as portion of the general admission entry to Joyner and Stelvers, who are both fighting bravely against cancer. Southern Raceway is located at 9359 Nicholas Lake Road in Milton. Gates will open at 4 with racing scheduled to begin at 7. On the track action will include the heats and features for the pure stock, street stock, vintage, Model 5, sportsman, and stinger division. All divisions will have increased purses for the Saturday night feature races. The Off-Hardin Street and the Veterans Pools are open throughout the summer season, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. until noon, 1 o'clock to 4 in the afternoon. Both pools are also open on Saturdays, 1 o'clock until 4. The admission is $1, free for children 6 and under, if accompanied by an adult. Camp time is approaching. We'll be holding our second annual Youth Basketball Skills Academy Friday and Saturday, July the 27th and 28th at Opp High School Gymnasium. Registration forms are available at the Opp Parks and Recreation Office. They can be completed and turned in at the office. The camp is open for boys and girls ages 9 to 13. Only 40 slots available. Cooper Pool and Coleman Pool in Andalusia open for the summer season, Monday through Saturday from 1 o'clock until 5 for open swimming. Admission is $1 for students, $2 for non-students and adults. Water and sodas are available for purchase. The Off-Hardin Street and the Veterans Pools are open throughout the summer season, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. until noon, 1 o'clock to 4 in the afternoon. Both pools are also open on Saturdays, 1 o'clock until 4. The admission is $1, free for children 6 and under, if accompanied by an adult. That's Dateline Action News, Ops only locally owned and operated news service. Hear it first on WOPP and repeated later across town.
Hometown shopping just makes sense.
This is your hometown. Here's your WeatherBug LA weather. I'm Ray Williams. For Thursday morning, we start out mostly cloudy and a rather muggy 76 out the door temperature. By lunchtime, mostly cloudy. High 91 this afternoon with showers and possible thunderstorms. Showers continue tonight before 10, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 74. Mixture of sun and clouds for Friday, high 93 and a chance of showers. Friday night, chance of showers, cloudy, low 75. That's the latest lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
Owners and staff of the Woodmore want to invite everyone in the Opp and surrounding area to come by and see what assisted living is all about. With extra clean facilities, wonderful home cooking, and around-the-clock staffing, the Woodmore is a place that anyone would love to call home. It's also a place that family members and friends will enjoy coming by to visit, talk, and spend time. Whether it's in the back sunroom, the den, or dining area, or strolling around the walking trail or pond, you and your family will always feel comfortable and welcome. That's what taking care of our seniors is all about. So give Donna a call at the Woodmore, 493-2721.
And the morning low is 75. The winds, well, they are from the south-southeast, what little there is. The official sunrise at 5:54. The official sunset at 7:50. Sunny skies. It is presently 83 degrees here at the studios of WOPP.
My whole business just went up in flames. But my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible. For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
Come by and see Jerry Booth and Nikki Roberts.
As a service agency 306 North Main Street next to Spurlin Accounting.
Well, good morning, my friends, and welcome back to Moments with the Master. My name is Trey Poole. I am the minister of the gospel right here at the Op Church of Christ, and it is good to be with you this morning as we continue to study about the Old Law, the Law of Moses, the Old Testament, and the New Testament, the Law of Christ that was established in His blood. And today what we want to do is just really contrast the Old Law, the Law of Moses, and the Gospel. Again, we're pulling thoughts and looking into a book that I have that's a great book, because what it does is it presents those subjects and questions and topics that we've been asking and people want to know about, and then it pulls the whole counsel of God, scriptures together, and answer those questions and unpacks those topics and subjects that we want to know about. Very neat little book. So we're going to contrast the Old Law and the Gospel today as we continue in our thoughts for the week. So I'm glad you're with us. Let's be reminded this morning together that God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. God, through Moses, gave the Old Testament law, which included the Ten Commandments, to the children of Israel, which is made clear by Moses himself in Deuteronomy chapter 4. And I want to begin reading at verse 44. Deuteronomy chapter 4, starting at verse 44. And this is the law which Moses set before the children of Israel. These are the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments which Moses spoke unto the children of Israel after they came forth out of Egypt. This law was given to the children of Israel only, and it was never intended for any other nation. And this was stated clearly by Moses. Listen to him in Deuteronomy chapter 5, beginning in verse 2. Moses said, "The Lord our God made a covenant with us in Horeb. The Lord made not this covenant with our fathers, but with us, even us who are all of us here alive this day." This law, you see, did not govern anyone before it was given to the children of Israel at Mount Sinai, and it was for them only. God gave them this law because they had been delivered from bondage out of Egypt. It contained memorials and observances concerning their deliverance, which would have been meaningless to Gentiles. In fact, this law was the middle wall of separation or partition that had to be broken down, had to be taken out of the way in order for the Gentiles to come into the grace and into the gospel and into the same body of Christ. The Apostle Paul tells us the duration, the length of time of the old law. In Galatians chapter 3, verse 19, the Apostle Paul says, "Wherefore then serves the law?" That is, what's the purpose of the law? He says, "It was added because of transgressions, till the seed should come to whom the promise was made." Therefore, my friend, the old law was to govern the children of Israel till the seed should come. That seed was Jesus Christ. When Jesus Christ came and instituted the new law, the new covenant, the New Testament, then the old law was abolished. It was taken out of the way. It was nailed to the cross, as we've read from Colossians chapter 2 and verse 14. Now the old law, including the Ten Commandments, was made void, nullified. Why? In order to make way for the new law. Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 9. Now, contrasting the old law, which was only given to the Israelites, the gospel of Jesus Christ was and is given to the entire world. It's for everybody. The Great Commission of Mark chapter 16 says, "Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. He that believes and is baptized shall be saved." Paul also declares that he was not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, For it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believes, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek or the Gentile. Peter was made to realize that God is no respecter of persons, but in every nation he that fears him and works righteousness is accepted of him. Acts chapter 10, verses 34 and 35. Oh, my friend, Jesus Christ made it possible for all nations, all people, to become children of God when he broke down the middle wall of separation between us, having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in ordinances. Ephesians chapter 2, verses 14 and 15. He invites all people in all nations to come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 and verse 28. Everyone who believes and obeys God's word becomes a member of his family, his church, his kingdom. Acts chapter 2 and verse 47. Oh, my friend, good to be with you today. I look forward to being with you again tomorrow, Lord willing, to bring all of this together. May God bless you.
News this hour for townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Been talked by some Democrats of abolishing ICE. House Republicans say they stand with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They passed a resolution reaffirming that support.
House Republicans approving resolution in support of ICE over the objections of Democrats. New York's Gerald Nadler.
It is just a meaningless political stunt to change the subject from the international and domestic shame unleashed on us by President Trump.
Republican Clay Higgins.
Democrats are making it very clear to the American people that they stand against efforts to secure America's borders.
Republicans forcing this vote after Democrats withdrew their proposal to abolish the agency.
Capitol Hill correspondent Wally Hyde. FBI Director Christopher Wray says the Kremlin has its sights set on the upcoming U.S. midterm elections and is actively taking steps.
Aimed at sowing discord and divisiveness in this country. We haven't yet seen an effort to target specific election infrastructure this time, but certainly other efforts, what I would call malign influence operations, are very active.
President Trump says the mainstream media is trying to bury the fact that he's recognized Russian election meddling many times in the past. And on Twitter this morning, the president writes, "Too bad they don't want to focus on all of the economic and jobs records being set." And Mr. Trump promoting what he calls a really big jobs meeting today at the White House. A judge in Washington has denied bail for alleged Russian spy Maria Butina. Judge declaring the 29-year-old a flight risk given her reputed ties to Russian intelligence. An explosion this morning at the Letterkenny Army Depot in Pennsylvania has injured some workers there. On Wall Street, stock futures pointing to a lower open later on. Dow futures down 75 points. S&P futures off 9. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Come celebrate Piggly Wiggly's grand opening at our Andalusia location. While supplies last, only 10-pound frozen corn dogs, $7.75. 12-ounce Aberdeen sliced bacon, $1.99. 12-ounce Sugardale hot dogs, 69 cents. 10-count select varieties Azteca small flour tortillas, buy one, get one free. 15-count select varieties of Piggly Wiggly Park East rolls, buy one, get one free. And get this, sliced to order Brian honey ham, $3.99 a pound. At the Piggly Wiggly in Andalusia next door to the Dollar Tree.
Business owners, tired of spending a fortune on print advertisements that never get seen? Tired of watching the money you spend on coupon advertisements go from the garbage? Target your customers on yournews.com. You can advertise as granular as one zip code or as broad as nationwide. Pay pennies based on results. Call
493-4545.
and speak with an advertising sales representative today. That's
493-4545. Camp time is approaching. We'll be holding our second annual Youth Basketball Skills Academy Friday and Saturday, July the 27th and 28th at Alp High School Gymnasium. Registration forms are available at the Alp Parks and Recreation Office. They can be completed and turned in at the office. The camp is open for boys and girls ages 9 to 13. Only 40 slots available.
Here's your WeatherBug LA weather. I'm Ray Williams. For Thursday morning, we start out mostly cloudy and a rather muggy 76 out the door temperature. By lunchtime, mostly cloudy. High 91 this afternoon with showers and possible thunderstorms. Showers continue tonight before 10, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 74. Mixture of sun and clouds for Friday. High 93. Check out the latest lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.